Hi, welcome to 2011 Studies. This is April the 8th at 4 a.m. I've been online the last couple days and looking over some of this hysteria about the eclipse. I'm in Texas, and I don't even think with the cloud cover I'll be able to film it, but which I enjoy doing. I mean, I enjoy filming and taking photos. But yeah, there's so much hysteria. A lot of it has to do with the channels, looking for subscribes and likes. Subscribes and likes. By the way, this is a new backdrop I got out of the Sea of Galilee. A lot of it is sky, but underneath there's the Sea of Galilee. It's really a cool picture. I thought that was important because of the 153 fish caught. So anyway, with the hysteria going on with the eclipse on today, April the 8th, it might cause disappointment with some people, because I've seen everything from a rapture to just incredible predictions that the people are trying to make, and there's going to probably be disappointment. And you have to first understand that you have to follow God's what He has allowed in the Bible. In other words, Daniel 12 is very significant. The 1335 days and prior to that the 1290 days is very significant, because Daniel will stand in his lot at the end of the days. He wanted to know. He was inquiring about this time. So we have studied in this channel, and we have posted on the 1290 days. We've posted on the 1335 days especially. I'm actually still working on another 1290 study, and I haven't finished it yet. But the 1335 days, it goes pretty much from trumpets to Pentecost, but not in every group of years. So in other words, we're in one now, the 2022 to 2026, trumpets to Pentecost, and the next one following is 2027 to 2031, trumpets to Pentecost. So what we have to do is look at each one and also look of everything that's going, around in this world, because it says, "Blessed is he who waits and comes to the days of 1335." Well, at this point, in this current 1335 days, 2022 to 2026, I'm not seeing much happiness or blessed is he that waits. But I think we're going to be seeing it in 2027 to 2031. Are the eclipses as significant in any way? Well, sure. God has set up this whole celestial clock, and the book of Genesis does say they're for signs, for seasons, and for years. So we have to account for that, but still, all this hysteria that's going on, people, they're posting these studies with their whiteboards or whatever and little nice illustrations, and it's like there's a town called Rapture, Indiana, and it's going to go over Rapture, Indiana. That means there's a rapture coming. That's a little far stretching. And they also have the 8 cities of Nineveh, right? They show that the eclipse pathway is going across the eight cities of Nineveh in the United States. Again, that is nothing to get excited about. There could be a town called Nothing Burger in Oklahoma. Nothing Burger, Oklahoma, and the pathway might pass that. I'm joking, but that's sort of as crazy as it's gotten with some of these things. Nothing's going to happen on April the 8th. There could be earthquakes, though. The earthquakes, something called
syzygies. The nearly straight line configuration of 3 celestial bodies, such as the Sun, Moon, and Earth during a solar or lunar eclipse, in a gravitational system, is
well known. And we've had earthquakes. Some of them aren't reported as much. The ones in like New Jersey, that was reported. The one in California, Mariana Islands. I don't think that was really, it was covered one story that I saw, and that was it. So, where else was it? There's a couple of them. But anyway, I just wanted to post this to know where we are in the timeline of history and how Christ is revealing more and more through the study of His Word. And that's where we have to look. We don't have to, pay close attention. I heard somebody talk about the time that Christ hung on the cross, how there was an eclipse there. I'm not so sure that was an eclipse, because it lasted 3 hours, and no eclipse lasts that long. He is the light of the world, and back then, the light of the world was being crucified. And so the darkness came upon this earth. And I understand that. But as far as that being a significant eclipse back then, I'm not so sure it was. And I don't know really if there's any way to really tell by going back in time like that with some of these software programs, if we can see there was an eclipse at that time in 33 AD. So anyway, that's where we are now. We're looking at these two very significant timelines, 2022 to 2026 and 2027 to 2031, because it will be one of these where Daniel is promised that he will stand in his lot, in his inheritance at the end of the days. And that is a significant little piece of information that God gave us to know that as Daniel stands in his inheritance, so will we as believers.
Daniel 12:12 Blessed is he that waiteth, and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days. 13 But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
So that's an important piece of information. We're going to be studying some more on the 1290 days. I'm seeing some stuff right now that is significant, like it was almost like the reversal of the desolation. I'll just save that. I'll save it because it's kind of an intense study. I've been looking at this for quite a while now. But I'm sorry for the delays on things. You can't force information. Even though a lot of people try with their YouTube channels, when it comes down to truth and comes down to understanding the timing of the coming of Christ, and yes, we will know an awful lot. That day will not overtake the believers as a thief. The day of the Lord. So we have to keep studying this and pray that God reveals more and more. I'm thrilled that we already know the 1335 days. We've charted this so there's I can't remember what year I started, but we went up to 2031. And why 2033 doesn't qualify, etc. There's a certain group of years in that 3.5 year period where it's either 1335 days, 1365 days, or 1334 days is one of them. There's little patterns you see when you study the 1335 days from trumpets to Pentecost. But that's where we are. Keep studying. People remain calm in all this stuff that's going on YouTube. It's really amazing how people are all. If you by any chance happen to film the eclipse, I'm not sure if I'll be able to here because of the cloud cover. It's one of those things. I've got like 8 hours right now before I start. But if you happen to, if you can shoot me the photos, whatever, so I can post them up. That's it. Until the next look at God's Word, we're going to be studying the 1290 days. God bless you.